Hello everyone, GrimmChorizo here, and welcome to Wrestling Roundup, the show where I give you this week's wrestling news, rumors, and recap. So let's get started. It has been a huge week for wrestling. This week we had Monday Night Raw, then we had the first episode of SmackDown Live, which was the WWE Draft, and now we know who's going where. But first, let's talk about Raw. On Raw, it was announced that Mick Foley would be the general manager of Raw and Daniel Bryan the general manager of SmackDown. The main event of Raw saw Seth Rollins challenge Dean Ambrose for the WWE Championship, and the match ended in a double pin. There was a lot of controversy on who got the win, but the ref's decision was a draw, so Dean Ambrose retained the title. The next night was the WWE Draft, taking place on the first live episode of SmackDown. So, some big early picks for Monday Night Raw. Stephanie and Mick Foley chose Seth Rollins as their number one pick. They went on to choose Charlotte, the women's champion. They chose the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. From NXT, they chose Finn Balor. They also chose people like Kevin Owens, Cesaro, and Chris Jericho, as well as Roman Reigns. SmackDown, on the other hand, chose the current WWE champion Dean Ambrose, John Cena, AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, from NXT American Alpha, Becky Lynch, and Randy Orton. Raw chose the WWE Tag Team Champions The New Day as well as the United States Champion Rusev, while SmackDown chose the Intercontinental Champion The Miz. The other NXT picks in the draft were Nia Jax going to Raw, and Mojo Rawley, Alexa Bliss, and Carmella going to SmackDown. It was also interesting, Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan were drafted to SmackDown while Braun Strowman was drafted to Raw. Heath Slater was not drafted. So now we can see that the women's division and the tag team divisions have been split. They are not exclusive to a show. Raw does have a cruiserweight division, but it really doesn't have too many cruiserweights to hold that division. So what I'm guessing is they'll wait until after the Cruiserweight Classic and bring in a bunch of those guys to fill it out. If you want to see the entire list of the draft, go check it out on WWE.com. I would say that the split is pretty good. I think Raw overall has the better roster with guys like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Cesaro, Neville, Jericho, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and then the top women like Charlotte, Sasha, and now Nia Jax. But SmackDown has, AJ and Dean, Cena, and it's going to give people like Bray Wyatt a chance to maybe be that world champion or that main eventer that he deserves to be. It also has American Alpha, which is awesome, and it has women like Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch, who will have a big chance to shine here. I'm just a little worried because I don't know if they're going to bring in another set of tag titles for SmackDown and another women's title for SmackDown. I feel like they'd have to, or the women in the tag teams on SmackDown have nothing to fight over. So I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen, but the divisions have been split, and I must say I'm very excited to tune in next week to Raw and SmackDown Live. So also on the WWE Draft show, the main event of that show was a rematch for Raw. It was Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship, and this time there was a finish. Dean Ambrose retained the title after pinning Seth Rollins. It was revealed that Hideo Itami is returning to NXT TV in 2 weeks. Apparently Paul Heyman's contract with WWE is expiring, and there has not been a deal to renew it made yet. Over the past week or two, Brock Lesnar has failed 2 drug tests testing positive for clomiphene. Also, it was revealed that Roman Reigns' suspension came because he was taking Adderall. Rumor has it that more NXT call-ups will be taking place in the fall, and that is why certain people like Samoa Joe, Asuka, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Bayley were not called up now with the draft. So there is still that possibility that Bayley could debut at Battleground as the mystery partner for Sasha Banks, but it might be more likely that she doesn't debut until the fall. So thanks for watching this week's episode of Wrestling Roundup. I really was excited by the draft, and I'm really excited by the brand split. Like I said, I have my worries about, the divisions maybe not having something to fight over or being split too thin, and I'm also a little confused why they split Braun from the Wyatts, but it's obvious they're probably going to push him because he's big. But either way, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens, and I'm excited to see what happens at Battleground. So be sure to tune in next week, get the results from Battleground, get the results from the first live SmackDown and Raw of the brand split. So yeah, see you guys later, and thanks for watching.